Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another design team project for the Not Too Shabby Shop. And I am going to be using the stamp set from CC Designs called Tiny Canadians, and I'm going to be using them in a 12 by 12 layout. So I thought this would be super cute. So I have colored them up with my spectrums, and I didn't do anything super fancy with the coloring this time. I did a pretty easy coloring on there. And then this is what sparked my whole want to do this layout. Was I was going through some old pictures trying to sort them out, and I found these from back in 2004, and this is them climbing down from that waterfall. We spent the afternoon up there playing and picnicking and having a good time, and this is them trying to get back down after we spent the day up there. So I thought those would be super cute with my little images right here that I colored and cut. This is a paper pad that I found at Tuesday Morning that has a lot of like outdoorsy stuff that I thought would be cute. I didn't end up using it though, so I'm kind of sad. I should have tried to figure out how to incorporate that in. Here's some papers from my stash that I thought would be a really pretty background, and then a few cut files. And I'll leave a link to these cut files if you guys have ever heard of that Hip Kit Club. They have free cut files in there. They have more if you're a member, but they also have a bunch of free ones, and these are actually free. So if you want to recreate this layout, you can go get those files from them. So here I've got my 12 by 12 paper that I already pre-treated with some gesso, let that dry, and now I'm going to do some ink smooshing. And for this technique, I actually had to do this twice because the first time I hated it, and then the second time it actually came out the way I kind of wanted it to, because I realized that I just needed to kind of blot off some of it. What gesso does is it allows the stuff to sit on top instead of soaking into your paper, and so when it's wet, it kind of stays wet for a while, and then it got really dark. So the first one I ended up getting rid of it, throwing it away, and trying it again. And then I realized that blotting it off gave me what I was looking for. So I've got my little paper towel, going through all my colors here, and I'm using like there's an orange and a red. I think it's ripe persimmon, fired brick. I want to say I have a yellow in there. I know I have yellow in there. I'll leave them linked on my blog. How's that? I'll link all the products on my blog so that you can find everything that I used in case you want to recreate this. But once I got done with all of this ink smushing, and like I said, this one was difficult for me because I've never ink smushed on something quite so big, so it seemed kind of awkward and weird. But actually, by the time it was done, I really liked it. I think it gave like a really cool background for my little scene here in my pictures. So as always, I'm going to do my splattering. This time I'm going to add some black splatter in here because I did decide to use the summer for the cut file, and that's black. So I wanted to add just a little bit of that into the background so that I could pull some of those colors together. Got a little shimmer spritz on top. Dry that off, and now once it's completely dry, you can see that little bit of shimmer on there. I've got all of my stuff all cut out and ready to go. So these two papers were from my stash and they match perfectly, and I am using them as mats, but I also wanted to pull that color to the top and the bottom corners. So I'm going to use them kind of like washi tape, and I'm going to attach them to the top and the bottom of each corner just to kind of pull all those colors together and kind of bring it more cohesive looking. So one of the other things I thought I wanted to do, but then I don't know. I wasn't sure how I was going to sew. I wanted to do some sewing on here, but then I changed my mind and decided that I would just go because it started to get a little crazy. I set this up a few times, different ways, kind of played around before I even started attaching anything and realized that this is going to be a really busy layout. I'm going to have a lot of stuff on here, so probably should not try to run it through my sewing machine. So I love this cut file. And like I said, this is one of the free ones that's on the Hip Kit Club website that you could go get. And I'll leave links to the website where you can go find them. But isn't that just the cutest thing? And I think it was meant to be Christmas, like a Christmas foresty thing. But look at how cute it is in a camping outdoorsy mode. I just picked some leafy green paper and cut it out, and I just think it's absolutely adorable. And then those little trees that you see in the cup, right there on the side, those were the parts that kind of fell out, so I just flipped them over so the back side of the paper is there, and then I can use those to embellish the rest of the pictures here. So now I'm just figuring out where to put my layout, and I knew I kind of wanted something like this. So I've got the summer attached, I've got my trees attached, so that's all going to stay exactly where it is. And then this is one of the pieces from the paper pack that I really wanted to put in there, but I just couldn't figure out how to make it work, so I ended up scrapping it and not using it at all. So I'm just going to attach down all of my sheets because I'm the type of person that if I don't hurry up and just put it down, I will be sitting here all day rearranging and doing it over and over again because I just never, if I don't commit, we're going to be here all day. So now I sped up the video a lot because now it's just me trying to figure out where I want to put everything. So some of the things, once I realized that it's going there, I just attached it. So I've got my little, these are the cutout, like I said, the parts that came out of the trees in the background. So I'm just going to kind of attach those into different places. And there's 3 of them, so I'm going to put all 3 of them on there. You know how much I love threes. Everything in threes. Got my little images. Aren't they just so cute? Oh my gosh, I think they're adorable. So I'm just going to glue them down. And I tried to match his hat this time to the background. I think I did a pretty good job. It's kind of like a corally color. And then my little beaver at the bottom. And then the hello, I wanted it to say hello summer, or actually originally I wanted it to say adventure, but I couldn't find a cut file that said adventure the same way that that summer file was. So I ended up with hello summer, which just was just as good. So these are some ephemera pieces from those little bowls that I've got there, and these are coming from a bunch of different places. So there's some of them are like older Echo Park. Some of them are spellbinders from one of the spellbinders kits, adventure kits, just a bunch of different places. I was looking mainly just for, I went and shopped my room and tried to find everything that had to do with summertime camping, adventuring, exploring, that kind of stuff. So now I'm just kind of adding everything, just trying to make a cute little collage of fun stuff. And I really wanted to use that book because Sasquatch is on it. It's like you're journaling like in the woods, but I couldn't find any place to put it where it didn't look silly, so it ended up not making it. But boy, did I try to find a place for that thing. I just thought it was the most cutest thing ever. I've got a couple of little word sentiments here that all have to do with like exploring or journal this day or stuff like that. And then I went and found some enamel dots. I've got some browns and some greens and some mustardy yellows that I decided to put around my layout, different places. And once that's done, we are finished. So that is it for this layout. I thought it was super fun to use stamped images on my layout. I'm going to do this again because I absolutely loved it. And anyway, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope this gives you some ideas to play around with, and I will see you again real soon with some more from the Not Too Shabby shop. I will leave links on my blog, like I said, which will be linked below the video. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.